This is the remote Leicestershire cottage which was the scene of the most recent householder versus burglar controversy. It still bears the evidence of the gunshots fired by Andy Ferry when he found intruders inside his home. 2 men were hit and later jailed for the break-in. After a police investigation, Mr. Ferry and his wife were released without charge, but were so terrified that they've emigrated to Australia. Locals don't blame them for wanting to leave.
I wouldn't like to come back here if I was them. You know, you're in the middle of nowhere, you've got no neighbours, you're on your own.
The Justice Secretary says he's backing householders in all but the most extreme cases.
Unless their response is grossly disproportionate, the law will be on their side.
But very few householders who confront burglars are ever prosecuted anyway, so some question whether the law needs changing.
I'm not persuaded that there's any need to clarify it. The Lord Chief Justice of England and Wales is not persuaded that there's any need to clarify it. He says you can phrase it in all sorts of different ways, but it all comes down to the same thing in the end. Was the householder acting reasonably?
Last September, Vincent Cook stabbed an armed intruder to death, but he escaped prosecution. His solicitor supports a clarification of the law.
What the government are trying to suggest, I think, today is that people can use fatal force. And that's the bars being moved in the householder's favour now, as a consequence, I think, of my client's case.
Munir Hussain was convicted of causing grievous bodily harm to a burglar who he chased out of his home and then beat with a cricket bat. But he was released early from jail after an appeal. The burglar was so brain damaged, he was ruled unable to face trial. If the attack on the burglar had happened inside his property, Munir Hussain probably wouldn't have been prosecuted. But is chasing an intruder down the street before hitting them a grossly disproportionate use of force? The Crown Prosecution Service will still have to decide on the boundaries of acceptability. And going too far and taking the law into your own hands can have tragic consequences. Last month, an American man shot dead what he assumed to be an intruder. It turned out to be his own teenage son. Ian Woods, Sky News.